Hello there everyone. Today I want to show you how to make this rainbow Kumihimo braid using just cord, and this is what it looks like. So I've just made a double wrap one. I got the length to fit that. This is the full braid, so you can see it goes from one colour to the next, graduating all the way around just like a rainbow. So I'm going to show you the technique for doing this. It's just a regular 8-strand braid, but I'm just going to show you the tip on how you can achieve this specific look. So if you want to learn how to do this, then stay tuned. So it's these things that we're going to need. We'll need a round Kumihimo disc because we're making a regular round braid here, and then the cord that I'm using is just 1mm satin cord, and in the rainbow colours that I'm going to show you how we're going to do that with. Now you can use lots of different kinds of cord or thread for this that has this rainbow effect to it. I'm just going to be demonstrating with this. And then also I've got my Kumihimo ends that I'm going to finish off the braid with, and then my findings, extended chain, lobster claw clasp, and then the jump rings there. So let's get it together and let's get started. So the trick to achieving that rainbow effect on the braid itself is by how we cut the cord. And like I said, I'm using this 1mm satin cord with this rainbow effect on it, but you can get lots of different kinds of cords and thread with the rainbow effect. And to my experience, most of them have the same effect as this, because what you'll find is when you undo this, obviously your colours change, like with that rainbow effect, but it actually does it in order, so it has a pattern to it. So that's actually what we need to figure out. And what I'm going to just do is start from the yellow here. You need to pick a place where you're going to start from. I'm going to start from the yellow, because what we need to do is then find the next yellow, and then basically the trick is to line up the colours. So as you can see, I'm going through the colours, going from yellow, orange, pink, going to the purple and the blue and then the green, and then back to yellow. And then this is the place again where I want to then cut my cord. So because I'm going from yellow to yellow, I want to make sure to cut my cord roughly in the middle of this yellow section. Now the ends aren't going to line up perfectly probably, but that's not too big of a deal. We just need to do it roughly, because then we'll line them up afterwards properly next to each other. So I'm going to cut off this one like that, and then I'm going to do it again. So again, starting from the yellow, moving across the colours there to then find the next yellow, which is here, and then I'm going to cut this again. Now with this one, it might be the same with a different kind as well, rainbow colour cord, but they aren't 100% the same from one yellow to the next yellow, but every other yellow is the same, if that makes any sense. So this one, as you can see, is a bit shorter than the yellow that I just cut, but I'm still going to just take this and cut it in the middle, because like I said, we're going to line them up afterwards, and then we can look at it there to see which ones fit. Again, take it from the yellow, go to the next yellow, and this again is the bigger one. So every other one in my cord here is a bigger yellow, and then the opposite ones are a shorter one. So I might only be able to line up every other one of these, but then you just get 2 braids out of it. But you just want to keep doing this with whatever kind of cord or thread that you're using with this rainbow effect to it. And because we're doing an 8-strand braid, I need 8 strands here that are going to line up perfectly next to each other with the colours. So I've now cut all my lengths here, so I have 8, because like I said, we're doing an 8-strand braid, so for this I just need 8 lengths of the same type, because like I said, in my case, on the cord that I'm using, the pattern is kind of every other one fits together. So I've actually ended up with 2 groups. This is the first one, they all fit together, and then the other one is this one. So I can make 2 bracelets if I want to. Obviously yours might be different, so just have a look at what your cord is like. But then this is the cords that I'm going to be using. And then like I said, you might find that they're not all exactly the same length, but don't worry too much about that. What you just want to do is towards one end here, so I'm just going to do it where I have like the orange and pinkish colour. I'm just going to make sure they're kind of lined up as good as they can be. So if you have one yellow that was like all the way down here, I would just make sure to pull it up so they look pretty much at the same level. So just like this. So the graduation between the colours is even all the way down. And then I'm just going to put them together at the end like I just said. And then to hold all the cords together, I'm just going to tie a regular overhand knot at this end to hold them together, so we can actually end up putting it onto the disc to start making our braid. So just like that. Now they're all nice and secure, and now it's time to put this onto the disc. So I'm then going to get my disc out here, the round one, and then put the end of my cords where I made the knot down through the middle, and then we just need to distribute the cords. Now don't worry about the numbers, all I'm going to do is use the dots here for reference. So you want to put one cord on each side of every dot here, all the way around, just like that. To the side one, and do that with all of your cords. Now what you could do as well is, I've just done this length that I showed you. I went from one yellow to the next yellow. You could always go further than that. Just so you could have skipped a yellow and went 2 yellows down, and that way my cords would have been much longer. So if you wanted to make say a multi-wrap bracelet or a necklace or something like that, you could use much longer lengths for that as well. So you can really make them as long as you want, just make sure to kind of follow the colours. But then this is how I'm going to set it up on my disc. And then to start making the braid, all we're going to be doing is a simple regular 8-strand braid. So all I'm going to do, in my case, I always start from my top left and bring that down, and then do my bottom right and bring that up. It's just what comes natural to me. So I take that, bring it down, and take my bottom right and bring that up and stay on the right side, and then move to the next pair. That's just what I do, the way that I work with my Kumihimo. You might take the bottom left one or the top right one. It doesn't matter at all in this case. So just do whatever comes natural to you, whatever way you used to work, and also it doesn't matter what direction you turn the disc in at all. So you just want to keep doing this to form your braid. And you can either help pull it down on the back here, or you can add a Kumihimo weight or something to the back if you want to add a bit of tension to help pull the braid down. But you just want to keep going like this. And I recommend doing it no matter how long you've made your lengths of cord, that you keep going until you've used up the lengths, because you can always cut down your braid to the length that you need it, but you might end up with a long enough piece of braid that you can get more than one thing out of it. So it saves on your cord, you have less wastage. So just keep making your braid, and then we can slowly start to see the rainbow forming on the other side. So I've now kept braiding until I've run out of cord to use, and then on the back here you'll have your braid coming out, and you'll get this graduated rainbow effect all the way across. So from the yellow there into every other colour. So what we need to do now is take this off of the board and then finish off the ends. So just carefully take it off here. Keep hold of your end. Take it off the disc, and then I usually just tie a knot here at the end to keep them secure while we work with it to finish off the ends, so it doesn't come undone on us while we're working with it. So just like that, and then there you have your finished length of your braid. And what you can do is stretch it as well, just to let it settle a bit, and it gives you just a little bit extra length. Now this one is probably going to be enough for maybe 2 wraps as a bracelet. So you can easily make it like that, or like I said, you can make longer lengths as well and then cut it down to the length that you want. So this is the finished braid. So all that's left to do is finish off the ends. I already have a tutorial that shows how to do that, so I'm going to put a link to that in the description box below so you can have a look there. So I've now added my Kumihimo ends to my braid as well, and added the clasp and extender chain. And then like I said, this has ended up being a 2-wrap bracelet. So it wraps around twice. But obviously you can adjust that however you want to. So this is how it's ended up looking, getting this rainbow effect, purely by how we ended up cutting the cord right at the beginning to achieve this effect on the then finished piece. But also, this is a 2-wrap one. You could always just cut it down if you just want one. If you just want this section for one bracelet, you could do that as well. Or like I said, make it even longer to maybe make a necklace or something. That's completely up to you. This was just to show you the little tip and the technique on how you can achieve this with this kind of rainbow coloured cord. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and find it useful, and thank you very much for watching. Hello there everyone. Today I want to show you how to make this rainbow beaded Kumihimo bracelet, and this is what it looks like. So this is the final look of your bracelet. So you have all your rainbow colours, and the colours are kind of blending into each other, so it gives a really nice effect. And you have an extender chain on here. And then what I've done for this one is, you can obviously get your materials and make this yourself, but I've also put some kits together for this exact bracelet, and you'll be able to find them on my Etsy page and also on my